Florida. That's the destination for the Pistons. Enigmatic. That may be the only way to describe Kyrie Irving and his incredible handle. The sharpshooting playmaker is the focus of the offense as they get fired up for their game against the Heat. Pistons, Heat, up next. Back in a moment. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love the game even more. And Gervin says, I'm his coach as far as putting that ball in the hole. He's a good student, too. Kevin?
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Thursday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Saturday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got LeBron James. Kyrie Irving is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Griffin, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, we've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Draymond Green is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Bogdanovic, and it's Butler in at the 2 spot. And the NBA, with a long regular season, as we all know, are there things, Chris, that can make the season seem even longer or shorter for that matter?
Well, it depends. Are you losing? Are you winning? Are you not seeing eye to eye? That's when the season really can drag on. When you're winning, like the cliche says, time flies when you're having fun. It's true. Passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovic, I love the display of unselfishness.
Pistons passing it around. Outside Irving. The kick out to LeBron. Clock at 6. Bank shot. No good. Here's Butler going inside.
Plays with aggression and driving the lane. Butler won't let anyone get this way.
Beal from long range. Pistons keep it alive. James in the post. Working on Green.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Green taking his time here. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket. The Pistons have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Irving missing.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And it's Butler missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Here's Griffin. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
He catches the defense off guard with a wide variety of moves. Butler's bringing the sizzle.
For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. And they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Heat in second.
Well, they've dialed up the defense in a big way. You've got to get creative, man. You're going to find ways to score against them these days.
Right side, Irving to end the run. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Heat in Miami. And talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, we're not just talking about one of the league's elite shooters. We're talking about one of the league's elite scorers.
And if you don't hear Beal mentioned in the same breath as some other NBA superstars, you should. He's capable of putting up a 50-piece on any given night. This is no specialist.
Take a break.
This is an absolute superstar.
Throw good, Beal.
And did you see the maturation of Beal over time? I mean, I noticed it. He added more wrinkles and dimensions to his game. He's an impressive two-guard.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
High post, Nurkic. Butler on the wing. Nurkic with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. And stolen by James. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Bogdanovic. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful.
Count it. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
They deserve a lot of credit for the defense they've played in the paint here early. Contesting shots, blocking shots, just making life difficult on the opposing shooters in general.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Detroit with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Griffin passes to Harris. Irving kicks to Harris. Outside, Beal. Irving dishes to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Beal, that's for 2.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Butler against LeBron. And the shot goes down. Butler's got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Irving looking for an opening. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds in this game. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Griffin. Bogdanovich against Harris. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Irving. They can't stop the run with that one.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Outside, Green. And there's the pass to Butler. The Heat need to get a shot off. A three-pointer off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Passes it to Irving. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving's shot is good.
I like how Irving feels the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Irving passes to Griffin. Puts it up from 15. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Griffin.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Outside, Green. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Here's Irving. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Butler kicks to Green. Back to Butler. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
He's so focused. Butler does not let the defender get into his head. That's a sign of an elite scorer.
Here's Irving. Good, nice job down low.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Miami has possession. The lead is 15. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, well, they answered with confidence.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Fernando, the pass to Butler. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 10.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Pass to Man. The feed to Harris. And it's Miami with the rebound. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And yes, it's good.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drives.
Morris finds Harris. And here is Robinson. Ball's knocked loose. Butler with the steal. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Butler. Satoransky looking around. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Over Robinson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pistons trailed by 17. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Robinson passes to Kaminsky. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Now look, guys try to get physical with Kaminsky, but he has the body control and focus to finish through the contact.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. Good on the shot.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morris. Here's Harris. Lays it up off the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The Heat leading by 15. The pass to Fernando. Now Butler. He had 22 points in the win against Detroit. And it's Butler with the jam.
Flashing that leaping ability there. Butler really gets off the floor fast when he's near the hoop.
Here's Man. Satoransky covering. Here's Morris. From down in the low post, it goes. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Butler. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
Harris up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And there it is for him. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morris. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
And here's Morris for 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Morris has got 5.
The feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Miami Heat. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back right after this. And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, describes his approach down the stretch.
For me, I just try to feel out the game, think about plays that I could run in order to execute. That kind of I've been holding on to, paying attention throughout the whole entire game where either it's attacking the big or attacking my man.
You know, Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Center ends there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Butler. And it's Fernando in at center.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. That shot wide open. Robinson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, the Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
What a great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you. So it's Miami now, following the three by Detroit. And here is Butler. You know, Chris, I remember back in the day, and at one point in the Western Conference, they had they had Tim Duncan, they had Kevin Garnett, all Hall of Famers, all so great to watch.
And yeah, we had some battles, and you can't forget about guys like Dirk Nowitzki. We had to play two ways. Then if you were a four, you were a five. So David Robinson, Karl Malone, Shaq. Yeah, that was all in a week's work.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Fernando, that's good.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Morris with the ball. He's got 5. Feeds it to Harris. That shot misses. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going up for the alley-oop and stolen by Harris. Now here is Robinson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami. Pistons passing it around. Passes it to Morris. And he converts the layup. Morris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Oh, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And the Heat with some changes. Jusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Green comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Bogdanovich in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a different look here for the Pistons. Griffin's checked in for Kaminsky. James comes in for Harris. Beal's checked in for Mann. And Irving subbed in for Morris.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The putback. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Nurkic against Griffin. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. In the corner, Irving with it. No good with the triple. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Heat shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The first one falls. We always have some tweaks to the rules every season, Chris. What do you think the league should focus on now when it comes to the next changes?
You know, I would hope the league would address the boardroom. I hope they would address the ownership. I hope they would address management. Hopefully, the league can start to look like the makeup of the players that it employs when you talk about ownership and things of that nature.
Now here's Beal, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. James kicks to Robinson. Griffin dishes to Irving. Count that one. Irving's got 8 points.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Pass to Bogdanovic. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. 6 points for Bogdanovic. Pistons have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Left side, Irving. Pass to LeBron. Six on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Good on the triple. He has 5.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
There's Satoransky. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 20. Outside, Beal kicks it to Irving. Satoransky against LeBron. Back to Irving. Over Green. Irving can't hit. The Heat leading by 20. Green, the pass to Satoransky. Here's Nurkic. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
No, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
LeBron passes to Irving. Plays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Here's Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Inside, James. And James throws it down.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss it.
Satoransky, bounce pass. He's covered by Beal. Offensive rebound and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, the Nurkic is this close. He wants to slam it down.
Now, here is Robinson. 6 points for him. James, right side. Here's Griffin. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Griffin's got his first bucket in this one.
Now, the aggression that Griffin plays with, I mean, that's what sets him apart, whether he's attacking the basket or getting after it on the offensive glass like he does right here.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
So Satoransky will bring it up for the Miami Heat. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
And it's Beal in the corner. And finished off by Beal.
He is so hard to stop. I mean, when Beal is committed to scoring, he doesn't care who's guarding him.
Miami leading by 21. Satoransky up top. He's covered by Irving, and they get it back. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Beal. 7 points in the game. Irving kicks to Robinson. There's the pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Miami with the rebound. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
They grab their own miss, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And nothing deters Bogdanovich. He enjoys going inside and forcing the D to make a move on him.
The Heat had gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
And the all-around game of Bogdanovich is so impressive. I mean, it's easy to see why so many teams and so many people are high on this guy.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Butler comes in for Green. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Satoransky. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Detroit. Mann comes in for Duncan Robinson.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Butler in the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Shoots it. Again, the miss by the Heat. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Mann passes to Irving. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Kaminsky's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
Passes to Fernando. Bogdanovich with it. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Outside Butler. Shoots over Beal, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 18 points for Butler. Detroit's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving kicks to Beal. And Butler sends it back.
You can't throw weak shots from Butler this way. His shot blocking ability, impressive.
Now Bogdanovich. 11 points in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Pistons shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Outside Irving. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Miami in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Joined by Dwayne Casey. Tough time protecting the paint so far. What has to change there?
You got to get square. You got to get your body in front of you, contain. You got to live with something, but most of all, you got to get your body in front of you and contain. You got to have a body in front of you.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the man in the first. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and 4 assists. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course, they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it? Shaq, right? That's the point.
Obviously.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They need to give more energy and effort on the boards. The rebounding delta has been one of their main issues. Probably is they're getting bullied. I'm not sure that they have the players to change that.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Griffin. Tobias Harris is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Irving, and it's Beal in at the 2-guard spot. Nurkic, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And at 280 pounds, I mean, Nurkic is difficult to deter, even when you hit him. I mean, he's just so strong.
Good. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Butler. Nurkic trying to get open. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 20 points.
Oh, what a talented offensive player. As soon as Butler is feeling it, he stays after it and keeps looking for his shot.
Here's Irving. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
On the wing, Irving. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, that's almost a sure thing when you leave Matt wide open in the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Now here's Beal. He's got 7. Irving passes to Beal. Offline with his 3. The Heat have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Green kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Butler. Knocked loose. Irving for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Irving's got 18 points.
Just around 40% from the three-point line. I mean, Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
You know, he's no longer Lob City, but Blake Griffin still has some ability athletically, and he can be a valuable piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, Blake isn't tearing down rims anymore, but he has been taking more threes, hoping this will help prolong his career.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Now the pass to Nurkic. Now Green. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Butler. Over LeBron. Butler getting it done. What a move that time. Butler's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them fits out there.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here's LeBron outside. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Griffin. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
I love how they've attacked the basket in this game. They've taken a very aggressive approach.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Pistons. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button and figure out how to slow his roll.
Heat on D. Harris up top. He's guarded by Nurkic. Harris kicks to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Morris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Morris has got 10 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And have yourself a night, Shea. We know he can dish it, but when he needs to, SGA can just take over offensively.
Now here is Harris. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Morris passes to Griffin. Robinson on the wing. Morris looking over the floor. Here he goes. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Miami's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Butler kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries again. They kick it out to Green. Irving against Butler. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Irving drives in. Here's Harris. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And it's Butler missing. Detroit's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Harris passes to Irving. Morris dishes to Harris. Pass to Griffin. To the inside. Irving against Green. The high post shot. Misses off the left iron. And Miami shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Dishes to Nurkic. Outside Bogdanovic. The 3. Miami keeps it going. A new 14-second clock.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
SGA strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Now here is Irving. He's got 21.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Green against Harris. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Morris. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Irving misses. To the middle. Here's Bogdanovic. Rebounded by the Pistons. To the paint. They could use a bucket. And it's Harris with the bucket inside. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the power.
And the Heat call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
A different look here for Detroit. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Blake Griffin. Mann subbed in for Irving. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Fernando, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the lane, and he banks in the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Robinson's got 9.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work. He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
The pass to Kaminsky. Kicks to Morris. Passes it to Robinson. Clock at 6. Harris outside. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And the shot goes in. And that's 31 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Pistons shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. And here comes the break. Pass to Fernando. Launches it. No good there. Now the Pistons take it the other way. 2 minutes. And here is Morris. He's got 10. Rebound by the Heat. Fernando's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Driving to the basket. Makes it off the glass. 12 points for him.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Nurkic against Morris. 1:25 left in the third. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Robinson picks him up. They get it back. Nurkic. Here's Fernando. He's guarded by Kaminsky.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Count that one. Morris has got 12 points in the game.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Takes the 3. Rebound, Detroit. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Robinson, and he drives in. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Morris, no good. Here's Miami now. They're on a 16-7 run. And Satoransky kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the 3. No good. Shot missing. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat just dominating this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Again, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Satoransky, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. Here's Neto. The 8-footer. Here's Duarte. Nails the 16-footer.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Here's Jackson. The Heat getting the bucket. It's deflected. They recover it. Detroit, no good that time either. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
The Heat shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now, here's Batum. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Duarte. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Pass to Fernando. Here's Caboclo. The pass to Neto. Gay outside. Clock is at 3. Over Jackson. Here's Fernando. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Mann. Passes it to Lozada. Here's Kaminsky. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Kaminsky's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Neto finds Gay. Here's Duarte. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Mann passes to Jackson. And Caboclo pulls it down.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
Fernando, that's good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Mann. Pass to Batum. Here's Lozada. Pass to Kaminsky. 6 feet out. And that one goes long. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And the Pistons with possession here after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Mann. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Fernando, the pass to Caboclo. Gay scanning before. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pistons shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Batum finds Jackson. Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
Down low, Batum, and the dunk by Batum.
And Batum is so skilled at finishing off these dunks. His vertical is just astounding.
Duarte passes to Tebow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the pass to Mann. Passes it to Lozada. Here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
He doesn't have the big vertical or the long arms, but Kaminsky's sheer height makes him a threat to throw it down.
Pass Duarte. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Duarte's got 6 here in this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Mann. Outside for Jackson. Off target from outside.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
Here's Duarte. Drives to the hoop. Great D that time from Batum. Outside Jackson. From 11 feet away. Rebound by the Heat.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've gone back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
The first free throw is good. Monte Morris is checked in for Terrence Mann. He's perfect from the line this time. And, well, Detroit shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Outside Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And that one falls for Jackson. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their career. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
The Pistons shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Morris outside. Outside Jackson to the middle. That one no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Here's Neto. He kicks it to Gay. Pass to Duarte. Drains the three-pointer. Duarte's got 9 points here in the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now, here's Batum. Out to Morris. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Lozada. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Lozada's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Passes Duarte. Back to Neto. Chris, you made the postseason all 7 years with the Kings. Deep playoff runs. Sensational play. Talk about the chemistry on those teams.
Well, chemistry was very important, Kevin. I knew that being the leader of the team, that it was incumbent upon me to make sure all players felt comfortable. Not only that you would hold them accountable, but that you would include them. You know, we were a family. Shout out to all my fellas that I played with. I wanted to make them better. I hope I did. They all made me.
Free throw good for Morris. The Heat making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. And Morris drops them both. And here are the Heat now. Pass to Neto. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Morris outside. Pass to Jackson. And last season, All-Stars Greg missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest.
And Gate is very confident from the mid-range. When he has his feet under him, he's extremely reliable from there.
We've got 1:28 left in the 4th. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by the Heat.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominant. It's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was
for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Here's Morris after Rudy Gay's bucket. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's blocked. Neto kicks to Satoransky. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Duarte. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Neto. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Shea. Balanced scoring for you all tonight. What is working offensively?
Yeah, we're just trusting each other, playing for each other, doing the sets that Coach has us doing, and really just being unselfish. When you do those things like that happen.
It was a great performance all around tonight. Congrats on the win again. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.